to our 24th of the month, Talk About It Tuesday. I am so excited. So you ladies already know that you're putting this date in your phone and you're joining us every Tuesday at 8:30, and feel free to share with your friends and your new recruits too, because you're all growing and leading from the front. That's incredible, and definitely make sure to send that to them. And you do know too that we record this call, so you can share this recording with your new recruits also after the fact. So we've got an exciting training with you for you tonight. And Andrea, why don't you go ahead and take it away without further ado?
All right. Well, first of all, thank you so much for this opportunity. I think after last night's call, I'm like feeling more relaxed and confident over this. So last night I spoke about relationship building, and I spoke on hostess coaching, because I think that's a really huge key in your life. So these are my notes from last night, and these are my notes for tonight. And I am going to stay focused, don't you worry. But if I go off track, please help me, because I tend to do that a lot. I am a squirrel. But here I go. Okay. So in the last 6 years, of like learning about direct sales and network marketing, the key, I think the component to it all is relationship building. That is, to me, what everything that I hear and read and take away is all about. The foundation of everything, the trust, the honesty, and it's just building that component. It's the only thing that you can take with you when you pass on, and it's that, like, your legacy of life, of who you meet, who you talk to, and how you treat people, and the effects that come about. So let's think about the relationship with your consultants, with your hostesses, with your customers, and how you form that, the foundation of it. So let's say we book a party with our hostess. Well, we really want to get to know her authentically and personally, because we want to establish a friendship. We form an alliance together, and we have a partnership. She's working for me, and I'm working with her, because I want to see her have a productive party, because she's going to get free products, half-price items. We all know how that works. But at the same time, we want a good paycheck, don't we? I mean, whatever we put into it is what we're going to get out of it. If we're going to take a night off from our family, if we are going to book this party, we want to make it worth our while. And the benefits of that are, she's probably, maybe in the future, maybe will be your consultant. She's probably going to refer you to her friends and family, or she maybe will be part of your Host of the Month Club. You just never know. But I think by partnering with her is going to be the most key ingredient. And through that, the relationship gets stronger and stronger. How you do that? You invest in her. And that's only investing in her, but you're investing in your business. And you're investing in the future. Because when you are somewhere, she's going to, again, refer you to that next person if somebody sees her bag or tote or whatever. Where am I? I don't even know, because I don't even pay attention to these notes. I kind of go off track a lot. All right. So by having being consistent, you want to kind of have follow a system. You want to maybe do the same things repetitious over and over, because it makes it easier for you. Because when you do things in your business, you always want to think of it as income producing activities. You want to be productive at it. So if you have a system, whether you're a binder person, and again, I will share, I am a binder person. This is my hostess coaching. Everything in here that has to do with the hostess, different forms that I use. I am a fold and file girl too, like all my props. Everything is in here for all my different things I use for hostess coaching. But that might not be maybe for, say, Rachel. She's so good with the computer, so maybe she has everything set up in her files. You have to find the system that works for you when you properly hostess coach. Again, act like your hostess has no idea what she's doing, and you need to work with her, because some hostesses don't. They need to be walked through. Some things that you can use are everything is a lot on TOT, that which is 31, www.31today.com. And if you use that little magnifying glass, and if you type in hostess coaching, so much information can come up. And, they are 31 is setting us up for success. I mean, they have given us all the tools. Sometimes we make our own work. We think, we can do all these things, but just keep it simple, ladies. Book, sell, recruit, and don't overdo it. As far as Red Stamp is awesome when you hostess coach. Also, maybe sending her some happy mail. Sometimes I'll put a pair of socks in the mail, and I say, I'm going to knock your socks off for a fun 31 party, which is kind of, it's goofy, but it's funny. And again, duplicating yourself, so then you can also, you get so confident in it, you can share it with your consultants on your team, or you can train somebody that doesn't know how to do it, and making it and keeping it consistent along the way. So as soon as I book a party with my hostess, I am forming that friendship. I'm getting to know her authentically. I want to know about her. Does she work part-time? Does she work out of the home? Does she have kids? Is she involved in sports? So this way you have something in common, and write down things in notes to make it more personal to her, and you have a connection, and maybe you have friends in common, or who knows. And also, like, maybe getting her wish list, so you know what kind of party that you need to have with her to make it successful. Getting her guest list so you can reach out to them. Again, maybe she's super busy. Well, maybe take control of that. Again, whatever you put into that party is what you're going to get out of it. You control your paycheck, okay? But by being honest, following your heart, treating her the way you want to be treated, I think everything is going to flow. And just being real, being honest, and just having fun with it along the way. I think that sometimes it's all about preparation and how we want to do things too. We have to have a mind focus on how we want it to act and plan out. So I'm going to do a little analogy. I think that this is huge. I think that somebody had shared this with me years ago, and I am going to show you something. Does everybody know what this is?
Cheesecake.
Okay. How about this? Look at this. Like this prop?
Oh, woohoo!
Right? That looks yummy, right? All right. So all of us, we're going out to dinner tomorrow night, right? So I want dessert tomorrow night. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be good all day. I'm going to watch my snacks. I'm going to do this and that, because I know that tomorrow night when we go out to dinner, I am going to have either some kind of delicious dessert. Maybe I really want cheesecake, but I didn't have it, so that's why I used my other dessert I made up. So we all go out to dinner, and we sit down, and we have a beautiful dinner, and I just can't wait to have that yummy dessert. So the waitress comes over, and she hands Rachel the bill. Right, you like that? Rachel's paying for the tab. And and I was like, wait a minute, I wanted that dessert and I didn't get it. And I'm like, well, you know what? I really don't need dessert. Whatever. It's okay. So where I'm going with this is, if that waitress would have asked me if I wanted dessert, I would have taken it. And what would have happened to her? She would have got a bigger tip because she would have had higher sales, and that would have been a bigger commission, bigger, like you like that commission, a bigger percentage on her tip. But she didn't ask. So remember, ladies, you need to ask all the time. You need to follow up with them. You need to, a no is always a no if you don't ask. You need to talk about it. And maybe too, I think that maybe Carrie actually wanted a glass of wine and she didn't have a glass of wine, and I don't know, that could have, maybe she could have came around and said, hey, does anybody want more drinks? She didn't. So where another, like, so whatever she's putting into the waitress, the service. I was a waitress for 8 years, and I was a really good waitress. I was like the best. I sold the most chicken piccata one night because I knew I was going to get like high tips. So anyway, and there was an incentive for a free dinner. Anyway, stay focused. Okay. So where I'm going with this is, so if that waitress would have put in more investment into our table and gave us quality service and offered this and that, maybe we would have kind of, she could have earned a better percentage on her tip. Or I think maybe Jennifer, wanted an appetizer, and she didn't ask if we wanted appetizers. So again, you need to walk your hostess through it. You need to talk about it when you're at the party and when somebody buys something. Again, I'm jumping around, but think about upselling when you're at a party with sales. When somebody's like $28, say, hey, if you spend $7, now you can get a special. Or if somebody's so close to $70, hey, if you buy a nail file, now you can get 2 specials. We're upselling, as well as that. Because when we do that, the hostess is going to have higher sales, and she's going to get more free products, half price items, hostess exclusives, and you're going to get a bigger commission check. Okay, I won't move my head. Sorry. So recapping on all this, we are talking about booking your parties, and then the investment that it's going to be with booking the parties with proper hostess coaching. Making a list on keeping track of what you're doing, and making a system that works for you. I'm going to show you again on TOT. They have this hosting coaching checklist right there. This is another one I use. Hostess coaching checklist. When I'm in those Facebook groups, guess what I'm looking at? I'm looking at the files, and I'm looking at the photos. I'm looking to see what I can use and what's going to work in my business. I don't get sometimes caught up in a lot of things because I want to do it all. And I know I can't do it all, because before you know it, if you're in a lot of groups and you got this idea going on and that idea going on, you need to work one thing at a time to stay focused on what you're going to be doing. Make sure that when you are with that hostess, ask questions. Have her ask questions. Again, always think about that dessert analogy. And maybe too, like, what are we doing here? Remember, a no is never a no. And do you guys know that it's okay to get no's? Because every time you get it, when you get up to 9 no's, you're going to get a yes. All right. So the other day I was sharing with the girls, I needed to get my parties on my calendar. So I stayed in my room, and I didn't come out of the room until I got 5 parties in my calendar. And I don't have a boss. I can do whatever I want, but I know that I had to be committed to making this happen. And once I got in the groove, I didn't want to get off the phone. I was talking, I was being myself, I was being real. Yeah, sometimes the first phone calls, they're hard, but once you get going with that, they just kind of roll. And I am a phone call girl. That didn't sound right, but I like to pick up the phone and talk and share and just be myself. So it's okay to get no's. And every 9 no's is a yes. Remember that. And do you know that if it takes about 6 times for a person to actually say yes? So don't give up. A no is never a no. Be consistent with it. Follow up, and make sure that every time you talk to that person, whether it's a phone call, a text, a message, hey, how are you? I noticed blah, blah, blah. Kind of stalk her Facebook, see what's going on. Or the last time you talked, she said that she was, her daughter was having a baby. Did your daughter have her baby yet? Whatever. Kind of get some type of communication going so that that relationship all can come together as one. And also be the best server. If you guys, be that best hostess, be that best consultant, because again, you really want to be known of how you are leaving your legacy. in your lifetime. And I don't know how we're doing for time, but is everything okay?
Yeah, you're doing great.
All right, good. So I'm going to jump around now. Did everybody do their rock for the year, like their word? You see that?
Ooh, I love it, Andrea.
So that is my words. It's called sparkle, because wherever I go, I want to sparkle myself on them. And I think that last year, I think I had focus or strong. I mean, I think it's important to pick a word. But I want to sparkle all over my hostesses and my customers, all 31 on them. And last night, I also I talked about goal setting. If you were on the call last night, raise your hand. Wow, you guys rock. So I talked about my flower power and how much it is important to have a vision, a goal, and a dream. And it's really important that you put this somewhere. I actually have mine on an easel in my office on my desk because I want to be able to see it. You have to visualize it. You control all your thoughts. There's a book out there that I'm reading. It's called The Secret. And it's all about controlling what kind of energy you're bringing in and surrounding yourself in the universe. So that is really good. Again, this is my current one. That is my goal. These are my petals, my vision, my plan. These are the leaves that are falling. These are all my dreams that I want to see come true. The hearts represent my heart, that how I follow my heart in all I do. The words around it are family, health, and faith. Is that what matters to me most? And it's just very, very makes it really real when I can look at it, because I know that if I think it and I can visualize it, I write it, and now I need to act on it, and I can achieve it because I'm going to love on it, because that's my flower power. And at that same time, as I'm achieving all my goals, I'm actually going to eat my dessert.
All right. So while you're eating that, I just want to say that is awesome. I love that you did that analogy with the waitress. I had never heard of that before until you shared that. And what a great way to take the pushiness out of this process, because it can be salesy. And when you take that out of your mind, when you focus on that cheesecake that you're pretending that is that you just put in your mouth, and those cherries on top, and the extra whipped cream, and the glass of wine, like what? They didn't give Carrie her wine. Come on. I always get upset when I don't get a refill on water, or even a first water. You know, what we are is we are here for them. We are here to provide the very best service that we can. Type in that chat box right now, guys. Type in, I am a server. I am a server. I am here to serve, because that is what we are doing, guys. We are customer service gurus. We are here to make friends with them and to give a light to them. And maybe they're having a really rough day, and Andrea she just like took away 600 calories from her day to have that 400 calorie cheesecake, and you didn't offer her cheesecake, you know? So think of that cheesecake as the opportunity, the 31 opportunity. And you know what? Maybe you had 9 cancellations in that row. So put yourself in that server's position. She just had 9 really terrible tables. Maybe they were simultaneous. Maybe they were all at once. You know, she had no. I don't want that cheesecake. I don't want that wine. I don't want that upcharge. And I'm not even going to tip you. Maybe she didn't even get tips. Okay. We've been there. We got those 9 no's in a row. That next one, she is going to be a yes. And she's going to want the cheesecake and the cherry on top and the glass of wine. And she brought that extra money to tip well that night because she's in a good mood. Guys, we are those servers. That's what we are. That's what we're here for. And when you're having fun and when you're enjoying what you do and you know that you're going to shine a light on someone, then it's not going to be a hard process anymore. When you trap yourself in that room like Andrea did to get those 5 bookings, she was having fun. Tell us about some of those messages you left, Andrea, because you said that you got a good return.
Yeah, so
returns on those
When
calls.
when I leave the message, you think I'm goofy here. You should see me on the phone. I'm like, hey, it's Andrea Arsenault. I'm just looking at your door prize slip, and when I met you at Kids Fest, and you checked off that you were interested in having a catalog party. Well, I'm just doing a follow-up. I am so not a telemarketer. I'm just following up with you. In fact, I actually hate making these calls, but I know that it's part of my 31 business as a consultant. Again, I'm just following up with you. If you're interested, awesome. If you're not, no worries. Maybe this time isn't right for you. But if you could just let me know, because I don't want to continue calling you if you're not interested. But again, I hope you have a great evening, and I look forward to hearing back from you. And thank you so much again for your interest. I'm just talking how I'm thinking. I'm not like making a script, and I'm not just, I don't like making the calls, but I know that I have to, because that's how I'm going to get bookings. But once I get on a roll, I don't want to stop. Like, it's just easy. It's like riding a bike. It's just getting on the bike sometimes, and then once you do it, you're okay. But just be honest and be upfront and tell them, like, I'm sorry, please don't think I'm a telemarketer or anything. I'm just doing a follow-up. Bam, you're done. You get it off your chest, and you feel like, all right, let's just eat while I make these calls, and I'm good.
All right, ladies. So what questions do you have for Andrea? You've got this amazing executive director on the call with you, and she's a wealth of knowledge. So what questions do you have? You can type them in the chat box. We don't have a lot on. You can unmute yourself and ask a question if you would like that instead. Spit them out. And I didn't see very many I am a servers over there, guys. Type it out there. You can say I'm a rock star partier, or you can make something else up too if you don't want to be a server.
And you're a server of God.
All right, what questions do we have for Andrea?
Or just share what your word is.
What's your word, ladies?
Next time we talk, I want to know everybody's word. That's your homework. No. Well, besides getting like 5 recruits and $1,000 in sales each.
Woohoo!
See, we set goals.
Courtney's word is shine. I love that. Mine's imagine.
Imagine. Very nice.
Teresa has a motto. Everything that she puts out has a motto. It says, let all you do be done in love. I love that. Perfect, Teresa.
And I'm going to jump on that. Today we had a leadership call, and Lou Ferturo, he spoke on that, our values. And that is really, now we're going to change up our values. And we're going to focus on love, okay? And I think we're going to go back to where we used to be 6 years ago when I first started. Love. Right now it was recruiting, sponsoring, activation, and love. Now we're going to go love number 1, because we are a relationship building company and we need to follow into that play. We're going to focus on recruiting second, and then we're going to focus on that activation, how we're going to activate it all into a plan. But love that's all you need is love. La, 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 la. Hey, did you like, I can sing too. All you need is love. Love. And, love is all you need.
I had Lakin laying down. She's finally asleep. But I told you ladies earlier we were going to do our booking blitz for the team.
Yeah.
From 7 to 8. So I'm a little tired, and I didn't end at 8 because of the communication and that I was having with my past hostesses or customers. It was great. It just felt so good to reconnect. And actually, Joy, that's usually on the call, she didn't get on because she was kind of tired from we did it for an hour straight. And she had made the comment that it felt great. She didn't even care if she was getting no's, just that she finally did it. It's like, I told her, it's like jumping off that ledge. Like, and we didn't get hurt. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that bad. It was actually a good thing. So, it turned out to be good. So if anybody wants to do a booking blitz or challenge themselves to like Andrea locked herself in the bedroom. I mean, you can do that, or, you know, do it with your accountability partner or just yourself, like, you know, and stay focused. And once you get on that rhythm kind of thing, then it just is natural and it gets easier with every conversation. And I really want to share that $31 opportunity because it ends on the 31st. And I'd feel terrible if I didn't share that and somebody missed out on such a great thing that I would jump on if I wasn't already here. So I really, really recommend doing that if you ladies have not. So
no, right. That when you do a booking blitz, you can't wait around for somebody that's going to say, hey, let's, hey, Teresa, we're going to do a booking blitz. And, but you really, next week, and you're like, I need these parties like tomorrow. You are accountable for your own self. Whatever you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. Remember that. And again, we don't have a boss. We are the CEO of our 31 business. So when you really have a strong why and you really need to know how much money you need to make every month, that is going to tie you to how many parties that you need to book and how much money that you need to have in sales to produce your income for the following month. You know, you have to be accountable for your own self and doing your own booking blitz. And I love that, Lori, that you guys did that and you got results. And it's okay for the no's, and it's okay. Sometimes it's just actually doing it and stepping up and putting on your big girl panties and doing it, because, you know, we kind of lose sight of that. And again, by connecting and just
rebuilding those relationships, Andrea, like you said,
mm-hmm.
It is a relationship business, and with our hostesses, and it starts with that phone call. And I know, one of the girls was saying how much she hates to use the phone, and I understand that. And initially, but I got more responses from the phone than I did Facebook message and text tonight. And it was really nice, way more personal, and to connect. And I had long conversations that they were telling me. And then I was excited that I had the $31 kit to share and our new catalog coming up. So, and then I also copied and pasted the digital catalog and texted it to them or messaged it or emailed it, whichever way they wanted me to kind of hold them over. So then I'll follow up with those ones again that didn't book. So once they get that eye candy in their hands, you know how we all love the pictures in the catalog. So I will follow up in 3 days with some of them, and a week to a month on a few others. So
yeah, and then that follow up is huge. Even though when you have a system in place, get a binder and okay, I called everybody today. I always write a date and I always write a note, and I called so and so, like right before I got on this call, before I made my delicious dessert. I followed up with 19 people, okay? And I wrote a note and I wrote a date. And so now I'm going to follow up with them next week. I'm not going to just let it go, because I didn't get, some of them I got in touch with, some of them I didn't. And again, nobody told me that I had to do it. I had to do it myself. And again, I know sometimes we all can come up with excuses and we all can come up with something, but we just go for it and just do it and make it fun. Maybe like put on pink gloves when you're doing it, or put on a hat, or I don't know, just make it goofy and fun. I always say to the girls, sometimes they'll like stress out about little things. I'm like, stop. Are we performing brain surgery? They're like, no. I go, then what are you worried about? You're just asking, you're just asking. And you have to ask. A no is always a no if you never ask. And if you don't, somebody else will. And you'll be like, oh, why didn't I ask? And just put yourself out there and just go.
You're offering something wonderful. You're offering free product. You're offering a fun night with their friends, that we don't rarely ever do. And that's one reason why I love doing parties, is because I get a night with ladies and get to meet new people. And help my hostess and share the opportunity. We are a service industry. I mean, we are really a service industry. So, and don't look at it as getting a booking. Look at it as being, someone's solution.
Exactly. We're offering a solution, and I mean, when you get off your mindset of selling, we're offering a solution to somebody else's, whether it's organizing, their garage because they're soccer people, or whether they're organizing their bathroom, or just getting girls together. There's so many different ways. And again, there's no emergency on all this. We're just having fun.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about last week a lot was, your value, that we really forget our value so often when that doubt creeps in and you think, oh, they don't want to be bothered, or they don't want to, but you're not bothering them. They can say no. How many times do people approach you to ask you to do things like the waitress? Or do you want fries with that?
Right.
Or do you want, if you go to Panera, do you want something from our bakery for 99 cents? I mean, they're not just being polite. That's just good that's what they're trained to say, because the chances are people are going to say yes. And you're not necessarily also, how many times do people approach you to ask you to book a party or to join your team or to buy something from you? I mean, if we wait around and wait for those things to happen, then we're going to be really old and gray before it really does. And then
and that means I have to make my own dessert and I can't buy it. Now I got a
I can't even go out. I can't even go out to dinner on Rachel's dime.
You won't be able to pay for the bill then.
Right. So you got to remember your value. And then when you are, here's another thing about the hostess coaching too, is that, I just hosted a trunk show for a brand new company. I was actually their very first hostess. So I was hostess coaching them for my own party. And it actually reminded me a lot of things, because people were asking me questions in advance and people were wanting to know things. So here's another little thing, is that if you haven't hosted a party for another company, you may want to think about doing that, because you'll learn a lot about how you wish you would have been coached by that company for your own party. Because I knew a bit about, I'm a big fan of the clothing company, so it's not quite, but if I decided I wanted to have like a pampered chef party, I don't know what I need to do, right? I don't know what I need to tell my friends. And if that consultant leaves me hanging, then why am I going to really feel that much more inclined to help them get more parties or to help them kind of sell some more stuff? So we had this trunk show and I was selling it for her. She was doing some stuff too, but that trunk show was like $1,800. And I was like, girl, why am I not, I got a hostess coach like this again. So it's always just a good reminder every once in a while to reach out and, offer to host a show for somebody else, or because you'll learn a lot about hostess coaching. And I've got a party on Friday night and it's one of my good girlfriends, but it's the first time she's ever done a party for me. And it's kind of awkward for me, because I want to hostess coach her the way I usually hostess coach her, but I'm being kind of, I don't know, tiptoeing around it a little bit. And then the other day I was like, why am I tiptoeing around it? She deserves my very, very, very best. Right?
Right.
She's one of my dearest friends. After 6.5 years, she finally decided to have a party. So I just hostess coached the bejesus out of her yesterday. Probably too much. She's like, okay. I was like, listen, just put out cookies, put out something salty and something sweet, but remind them. And that's another thing that I think we kind of glossed over, is you owe it to them to put it on your calendar that you're touching base with them 3 weeks out, that you're touching base with them a week out. Because if you're touching base with them a week out and they've only got 4 people coming to the party, you've got time to help them get more people to the party and make it more successful for them, right?
Yeah, this hostess coaching, and it's awesome. It tells you all those things.
Yes.
It is. And you check it off as you go. It's perfect.
And they really, that's a way for you to bring value to that hostess. And she's going to walk away, and you know what that leads to? A ton of referrals. Your hostesses are going to then say to their friends, girls, you guys got to have a party with this girl. She's awesome. Like, she did everything for me. So that's all I have to say about that. Okay, bye.
And you know what? What better way is if we do it right now with the Facebook party that's going on, right? Why don't you guys do it? I mean, everybody should be having a Facebook party right now and just follow it. And be the host, be the consultant, be the hostess, be the customer, all in one. It's your party. And they are, like, if you send out 20 invitations to somebody about it, follow up with them. If you're going to just send it as a notification, message them personally. Make it real. Don't just send out the invitations and think they got it. I mean, I don't know about you, but I have a lot of notifications that I don't read. But if they sent me a personal message, then I would read it and I would follow through with it. So don't just think that you're going to use Facebook for your business and that's how it's going to work. I mean, it's the whipped cream and it's the cherries and it's the jimmies, but the root of your party is picking up the phone, talking to them. Think about this. What kind of relationship would you have with your children, or if you don't have children, with your boyfriend, whatever, if all you did was text message, Facebook message? What kind? Not that great. You know what I mean? You need to speak, you need to talk, you need to listen, and you need to communicate verbally. So that's how I'm going to just share it. And I think that we totally went over our time. And if Rachel, you're in control.
All right, ladies, does anyone have any questions for Andrea on building the relationship, on maybe some no's that you've had that are tough and you want help overcoming them? Anything in terms of hostess coaching and getting that party average up and inviting more guests to the party and whatnot? Ask us away. We probably have a whole bunch of professionals on the call tonight, Andrea.
I know. You guys are good. I thought this was a really good call. I mean, you guys, to all of us working together, this is awesome. Thank you for this opportunity and for being on and taking the time out from your family and investing this into your business. You know, this is the key. I always say you guys are the key to your business. So whatever you put into it is going to show the results.
Tabitha and Krista said they can't wait to implement it all, and Deanne sent out follow-up emails today and accidentally sent a different email to different people. Oh, good. We're humans. We make mistakes. All right, ladies. So keep in mind Andrea's analogy when you are going through today and this week and ending January strong. Keep in mind when you're sharing that Cafe Crossbody and the Clear as Day Duo and these amazing retirement products. I posted a picture of the square storage bin today with full of stuffed animals, and I had 3 people want one. Share those and share them with passion and know that we have an amazing product to stand behind, and get behind the 31 Facebook party, create your own event and share all their pictures on there if you don't feel like being creative and coming up with some of your own. I know I'll have at least 100, if not 1,000 products in our house. That's 31 that you can take pictures of and share on your Facebook page, right? I mean, come on. How many products do you have? I'm not even going to show you my office right now. It's ridiculous. But get real with them. Be that server. And we all have an amazing product to share with them. And we have this fabulous $31 opportunity that is less than the cost of a large utility tote. And they get business supplies and they get those other 2 products for free. And that's only 1 more week. All right, guys, go out there, make it happen. Andrea, any last words?
Go for it.
Go for it. Woohoo! Just do it.
Yes.
All right, ladies. Thank you so much, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, peace out.